that I need, and it's a lot built up in my chest. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at soundidouttogether.org.
Know what else is fire? Your kitchen. Seriously.
Fire.
Kidde Detect products help protect you from you. When you're heading out, you make a little time to take precautions. But if something does go wrong, AMCN's Alliance of Emergency Medical Transport Providers stands ready to help. For as little as $99 a year, your entire household is covered.
We just live a simple life here in Little West Plains, Missouri. Got a wonderful bunch of kids, wonderful wife.
I received a call from Mom. Your dad's in the ER. Air travel was the only way we were going to be able to get him to a hospital that had more resources.
We can cut the time by half.
Any family can afford a membership.
Less than $100 a year.
Less than a cell phone bill.
I would never be without this membership now.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
There was 16. Divorce.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone. Friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Now, from KFDX 3, Texoma's Weather Authority, with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling.
It looked like you had a good time. You went to Burke Burnett today, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, perfect. So now we are going to go to Bowie. We're going to go out a little farther next week.
Well, now you spoiled it. Now everyone knows.
Oh my gosh. Was it some big shocker?
I wanted to give the grand reveal, but
is there one after that? You can, keep people on the edge of their seat for that one.
There's two more.
See, oh my gosh, so many opportunities for a surprise. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right. Taking a look at the Midland Weather Radio Day. Next one's coming up in Bowie. That's going to be next Tuesday, March 31st, 4 to 6:30 p.m. at Ace Hardware. We'll hope to see you there. I'll be there along with some local Monte County amateur radio operators. So we will be there, and we will be happy to see you and help you get these weather radios programmed and send you on your way a little bit more prepared for the severe weather season. All right, taking a look outside now on the Bowie Tower Cam. Current temperature is 72 degrees. We have a south-southeast wind averaging 11 miles per hour. Today's high, it says 86 degrees. Actually, the high was 87, so that's going to get updated here at midnight. The Weather Service just doesn't update it after we actually warmed up into the 6 o'clock hour. But yeah, so 87 was today's high. Still not touching our record of 95 that we set back in 1929. That changes the next couple of days because we have a good chance to hit those record highs. Also, the winds are going to be picking up a little bit more here as we go into tomorrow. South winds gusting up over 20 miles per hour. Potentially as high as 25 or 30, because as I always say, the forecast models underestimate our winds here in Texoma. And as we look ahead to the day on Thursday, the winds really start picking up here. You see those wind gusts up around 30 now, expect 35, maybe even 40 in some spots. It's going to be a windy day coming up here on Thursday. And with that being said, elevated fire weather conditions for tomorrow with those breezy winds, warm temperatures, dry conditions. But as they pick up on Thursday and Friday, as the front comes through on Friday, near critical fire weather conditions will be there here for Thursday and Friday. So we want to continue to avoid any outdoor activities that could create sparks, and of course avoid any outdoor burning as well here as we go throughout this week. Now for tomorrow afternoon, we're looking at highs in the low 90s to high 90s, east to west across Texoma, 92 for Duncan and Wichita Falls, and Henrietta, 94 for Lawton, 97 for Altus, 98 for Vernon, Quanah, and Kroll. You get 96 for Knox City and Seymour, 95 for Throckmorton. Still only 89 though for Jacksboro and Bowie tomorrow afternoon. And then as we go into Thursday, we're up to 94 degrees. I'll point out again, record high tomorrow is 91. Record high on Thursday is 93. So a chance to break 2 more records here before we cool down for Friday and Saturday. But then we warm right back up into the high 80s here as we go into next week. Satellite radar across the area is pretty quiet right now. We will see a few clouds roll in here overnight tonight, but we clear out for a sunny afternoon for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine going into Thursday as well. And as we go into Friday, you will see a little bit of cloud cover roll in at times as the front moves through. I don't think it's going to be mostly cloudy skies like it looks here, but we will at least have some clouds in the sky to finish off this week. So for tonight, 60 degrees, a few clouds, and a south wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, high 92 degrees, sunny and warmer and a bit breezy. South winds gusting up over 20. Here's the 7-day forecast. We're warm here for the next couple of days, a little cooler for Friday and Saturday, and then back well above average as we go into next week.
The Cuisinart Air Fryer Toaster Oven is your canvas of self-expression. It heats evenly and is much faster than the oven, because you shouldn't have to wait to enjoy whatever this is.
Perfect.
A work of Cuisinart.
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried.
With your child about vaping today.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about anything, ever.
Love the hustle, Cliff.
Or at savedbythescan.org.
You're watching KFDX 3 News.
President Trump insists the U.S. and Iran are talking about ending their conflict, and he has received a significant gift from Iran related to the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's parliament speaker is still denying talks with the U.S., calling it fake news and vowing complete victory in the conflict. Red Judson has the latest from the White House.
I think this thing's going to be settled very soon.
President Trump says Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are negotiating with Iranian leaders to end the nearly 4-week conflict.
They're talking to us, and they're talking sense. And remember, it all starts with they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Iran has always claimed its massive nuclear program was peaceful, and that it had the right to enrich uranium to generate power, even as it had produced near weapons-grade uranium. The president says Iran has conceded that right, and that Tehran even gave the United States a, quote, very big present worth a tremendous amount of money relating to the flow of oil in the Strait of Hormuz. The details are unclear. Iran has effectively closed the strait since the U.S.-Israeli attacks against it began. Top Iranian officials have claimed there have been no negotiations with the Trump administration. The Pentagon says it will keep the pressure on Iran until this fight is finished.
We negotiate with bombs, so we're keeping our hand on that throttle.
And possibly more pressure. Fox News has learned that the 82nd Airborne Division has been given prepared to deploy orders, and that its commander and members of headquarters staff have been ordered to deploy to the Middle East as the administration weighs whether to send troops to the region for possible land operations. The Wall Street Journal reports U.S. allies in the Gulf are inching towards joining the fight against Iran. And reporters asked President Trump today to confirm a New York Times report that Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has been pushing him to continue this fight until the U.S. destroys Iran's hardline government.
He's a warrior. He's fighting with us, by the way. Saudi Arabia has been excellent.
The Trump administration has reportedly sent Iran a 15-point peace proposal, including many provisions that Iran has previously rejected.
Don't go anywhere. We'll have more news coming up for you after the break.
The Cuisinart Air Fryer Toaster Oven is your canvas of self-expression. It heats evenly and is much faster than the oven, because you shouldn't have to wait to enjoy whatever this is.
Perfect.
A work of Cuisinart.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to.
There I was, 16.
Adult education centers near you.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
And learn more at savedbythescan.org.
You're watching KFDX 3 News.
Long lines continue to baffle travelers at airports across the country. Security checkpoint wait times at Houston's largest airport exceeded 4 hours this morning. And these long lines come as TSA experiences a shortage of agents who have not been paid in more than a month. Union leaders are urging Congress to reach a deal immediately as TSA agents contemplate how to feed themselves and their families. Dylan McKim shares the impact tonight.
It just was a mob scene.
Beth and Mike Markley were among thousands of people stuck in a security line Monday, some travelers deciding to go home after missing their flights.
And it was a mile, that just to walk to the end of the line.
It's probably close to 3 hours. The duo were flying out of Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport on Monday. The Department of Homeland Security said 36% of TSA agents at the airport called out sick that day. While travelers deal with long waits, TSA agents continue to miss paychecks.
They're beginning to starve. Starve, literally starve.
Leaders of the American Federation of Government Employees, the union that represents TSA agents, shared the greatest concerns for their members. One union leader said some members are asking about their life insurance policies.
So just let that settle in for a moment, that some people are actually considering suicide as the only option to get their loved ones money when they can't bring in anymore.
The White House confirmed Tuesday that President Trump is on board with a plan that could end the partial shutdown. But union leaders say their members need action now.
We've been hearing about progress and optimism for weeks. Our members cannot eat optimism. They cannot pay rent with progress. They need a paycheck.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune says his party is ready to end the shutdown and get funding back to TSA.
It is essentially what the Democrats have been asking for. And so we're going to have an opportunity to vote on that, and I hope they will put their money where their mouth is.
At this point, it's unclear if both Democrats and Republicans support the plan or how soon it would be passed. In Austin, I'm Dylan McKim.
ICE agents have also been seen at different airports around the country. Agents were spotted at Bush Intercontinental in Houston today. And DHS says ICE would help bolster TSA efforts to minimize travel disruptions, but it's unclear how they will be able to help with screening at the security checkpoints. All right, switching gears now. Tobin McDuff is joining us. Tobin, what's going on tonight?
Do you want to talk about golf or baseball or softball or soccer?
Why can't I have it all?
Or football?
Why can't I have it all?
You can next in sports.
That's what I thought.
Sleek, straight hair is such a power move and the perfect style for a girl's night out. Of course, starting with the cheap thermal protection spray. This is to prevent heat damage. And then I love their straightener because it passes through so easily, it never feels like my hair is getting tugged. And how cute are the crystals on this? I also like to curve the ends inwards just to give it a little more body, then finishing it off with the Chi Enviro 54 hairspray to lock it all in and make sure it lasts all night.
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried with a baby.
With Tobin McDuff from the OSTC Sports Desk, your complete orthopedic team.
The Memorial Mavericks football program is looking for a new head coach. Mark Bindle leaving Wichita Falls, accepting the head coaching job with the Salina Bobcats. Now, for the past 17 years, Bindle has been a fixture in Wichita Falls football, starting as an assistant at Ryder back in 2009 before taking over the reins in 2014. 2 years ago, he became Memorial's first head football coach. Bindle has built a winning tradition with his teams reaching the playoffs in all 12 of his seasons as a head coach. His first 99 career wins came with WFISD, and now win number 100 will come wearing Salina orange. He takes over one of the most storied programs in Texas high school football. The Salina Bobcats have won 9 state championships and now turn to Bindle to add to that legacy. Taking a look at soccer playoff scores from today. In the area round of the playoffs, the Graham Lady Blues are area champions after knocking off Lubbock Cooper Liberty 1-0. Callan Dawson with the lone goal of the game for the victory. In boys action, El Paso Burgess ends Memorial's season 1-0, and Legacy and Bel Air play to a 1-1 tie with Bel Air going to penalty kicks where they advance with a 5-4 victory. So we only have two soccer teams left in the postseason, the Graham girls and the Memorial girls. Now, the Owl Park Hawks are ranked 5th in the state in baseball. They are 15-2 on the season, 4-0 in district play, outscoring their opponents 41-7. Tonight, they travel to Bowie. We head out there for the highlights of this one. Picking play up in the first inning, A.J. Ramirez at the plate for the Hawks. And he comes through with a flare to left field. Kane Decker rounds third and rolls into home. The Hawks strike first in this one, up 1-0. We move to the bottom of the first. A.J. Ramirez on the bump for the Hawks, finishes a 1-2-3 first inning with his first strikeout of the night. Goes on to strike out 13 in a no-hitter. Top of the third. Are you sick of A.J. Ramirez yet? Too bad. He smacks this one to center field for an RBI single to extend the Hawks' lead to 3-0. They go on to win by the final of 8-0. Also in District 7 3A, the 17th-ranked Holiday Eagles taking on Cityview. Top of the third, scoreless game. Cason Wiles at the plate. The grounder through the left side. Asher Hutchins is waved around. He slides in safely for the first run of the game. Holiday takes the 1-0 lead. Two batters later, runners on second and third. Cason Poston with the base knock. He bloops one into shallow left field, scoring Wales and R.C. Albert. Stretch that lead to 3-0. Bottom of the third, the Mustangs trying to respond. Deacon Mueller strokes this one to the gap in right center field. It one-hops the wall. A leadoff double. He was then moved to third on a sac fly and would later score on a Levi Darko line drive to right center field, but Holiday gets the win by the final of 8-2. Elsewhere in District 7 3A, Henrietta blanks Vernon 4-0. Wyatt Mayfield, a two-hitter with 8 strikeouts. Archer City pounds Electra 23-1. Seth Truitt and Parker Hilbers, each with 5 runs batted in. Brock shutting out Graham 10-0. Memorial edging Abilene Cooper 6-4. Carter Hoffman with the complete game, allowing just 4 hits with 9 strikeouts, while Abilene beats Legacy 16-1. Softball action, back to Cityview we go. The Mustangs hosting Holiday in District 7 3A play. Top of the first, Jordan Peters at the plate, rips one up the middle, a 2-run double to get things going for the Lady Eagles. Jordan Peters had a big night, going 4 for 4, scoring 3 times, knocking in 3 runs. Here's another base hit for the Lady Eagles. 2 runs come around to score, and this one was all Holiday, 19-0. They get the win. District 7 3A, Iowa Park shuts out Bowie 2-0. Callie Barrett, complete game, scattering 5 hits, striking out 12. Vernon tops Henrietta 13-4. Maddie Sanchez scoring 3 times for the Lady Lions. Briley Canada scored 4 times, knocked in 4 in Archer City's 26-0 win over Electra. Burke Burnett blanks Decatur 13-0. Morgan Gibson with 10 runs batted in. A homer, a triple, and 2 doubles. Brock beating Graham 11-1. And in 11 innings, Abilene Cooper tops Memorial by the final of 2-1. Maddie Walker with 10 1/3 in the circle with 9 hits, striking out 16 in that ball game. That will do it for our look at sports. We'll see you back here after the break.
Beef bourguignon. Bold choice. But they're here in 10 and you're not ready. That eyeshadow? So fire. Know what else is fire? Your kitchen. Seriously.
Fire.
Get It Detect products help protect you from you.
I'm a United States Marine. When I came home, I became angry.
Worth it.
Love the hustle.
Screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
What's happening in one of America's greatest cities? Drug addiction, homelessness, mental illness, violent crime.
It's just insane.
The Decline and Fall of San Francisco, a Bill O'Reilly special, tomorrow at 9/8 Central on News Nation.
Experience the excitement.
Are the finalists for the position. Pantoja is currently with the city of Abilene working for the public health district.
Michael Chambers is currently the city administrator for the city of Lorenzo, which is about 30 miles east of Lubbock. He's been with the city of Lorenzo for about 5 years. The hire comes as questions surround the city's bookkeeping, with council approving a forensic audit back in January, plus questions over the use of the hotel occupancy tax. The meeting begins at 7 Friday evening inside council chambers in City Hall. A weekend shooting at a Lawton bar that injured multiple people turns fatal as one of the victims passes away, and Lawton police could still use your help in this.
Just before 1:30 Saturday morning, Lawton police officers responded to a call of shots fired at the Red Dirt Reloaded Bar and Grill in the 6400 block of Cash Road. Lawton police Chambers are the finalists for the position. Pantoja is currently with the city of Abilene working for the public health district.
Michael Chambers is currently the city administrator for the city of Lorenzo, which is about 30 miles east of Lubbock. He's been with the city of Lorenzo for about 5 years. The hire comes as questions surround the city's bookkeeping, with council approving a forensic audit back in January, plus questions over the use of the hotel occupancy. The Republican was first elected in 2012. He's seeking his 7th term in office. The town halls are to allow him to connect with constituents to hear their concerns.
And if you missed Representative Frank today, he was out in Quanah and Electra. There are still other chances to catch him. Here's a list of the upcoming town hall stops. And if you want to find this list again, you can do so over on TexOmaShomepage.com.
All right, let's go ahead now and check in with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling for a look outside. And Michael, we can expect to see similar temperatures throughout the next few days.
Yeah, even warmer temperatures here for the next couple of days than we had this afternoon. Satellite radar across the area is pretty quiet here at the moment. Generally clear for the most part with just some clouds rolling through the panhandle. We will have mostly clear skies continuing overnight tonight. The current temperature outside is 72 degrees in Wichita Falls. Same story for Dallas-Fort Worth, 76 down towards Austin, 80 in Midland, 85 out towards El Paso. We are a little bit warmer than we were this time yesterday, a 12-degree warm-up versus 24 hours ago. It will be a little bit warmer again here as we go into tomorrow. Highs getting back up into the 90s, and record highs are possible again before our next cold front rolls through. We'll talk all about it coming up here in a few minutes, guys.
All right, sounds good, Michael. Thanks so much. We will see you in a little bit. And a new idea could bring rides, games, and family fun to downtown Lawton.
The proposal is aimed at revitalizing the area while giving kids a new place to play.
Ashley Waters traveled to Lawton earlier today to learn more about this, and she joins us now with the details. Ashley, what's going on up there?
Yeah, guys, from roller coasters to bumper cars, Lawton Fort Sill Chamber of Commerce president says the future of Lawton could look a lot more like an amusement park that could result in an economic boost. From bumper cars and concessions to roller coasters and spaceships, Lawton's future is looking pretty amusing. Lawton Fort Sill Chamber of Commerce president Matt Tranquil is proposing a new amusement park in the heart of downtown.
I feel the best about is that our kids are going to have somewhere, another place for them to go. I want it to be beautified, the downtown. I want people to be able to come in and just sit, watch the kids on the rides.
The idea was inspired by a nonprofit amusement park in Barberville, Oklahoma, which has drawn hundreds of thousands of visitors.
Could you imagine downtown Lawton having 200,000 people visiting it for this park? I mean, it would be unbelievable.
Plans call for a 7-acre park with no admission fee, but a small cost to ride attractions like a carousel, mini roller coaster, teacups, and bumper cars.
And we say 3 to 12, but we may really change that too, and I've been thinking about that because there's a lot of rides anyone can ride.
The first phase is expected to cost just over $1.4 million, and Tranquil says it will be privately funded. He also believes it will boost the local economy.
If they go to the amusement park, that means they're coming downtown, and I believe it's going to benefit the downtown greatly.
Business owners near the proposed site agree, saying more foot traffic could help revitalize the area.
I think it's great because you have to have excitement in the downtown area to draw people downtown. It would give kids a chance to interact with each other and not be on social media all the time.
I think when you bring family and kids and all down, it does bring more foot traffic. My only hope is really for this thing to be successful for the people around us. I think it gives us an opportunity to see a whole new generation of customers and friends coming through.
For many, the project represents more than just rides, but a chance to bring new life back to downtown Lawton. Tranquil says he's hoping to have the first phase of the proposed amusement park completed by 2027.
I know it would bring people even outside of Lawton over there.
I'd go up there.
Absolutely. A lot of great opportunities for sure. Ashley, thank you so much for bringing us that story tonight.
All right, now don't go anywhere. Michael's coming up next with a look at his full forecast.
And coming up a little later, the latest in the war with Iran and where talks of ending it stand. We'll have that and more when we come back.
Doctors' Day is March 30th. A special thank you to these doctors for the care they provide to our communities.